A particularly ambiguous model from the days of Medarot 5 that no one would really know unless you actually played it. It is BNN00 Hit Seller, with a kit of Freeze, Charge Repair, Revive, Biped Legs, and a leg ability of Fix Plus, which buffs the heat and cool stat of equipped parts when using a healing skill on their turn. Now, Hit Seller, as weird, as strange as she is and ambiguous as she is, only made her appearance in one major place prior to Medarot S with her 3D debut, and that was in Medarot 5 as one of the allies to Hardness 10 in the final boss fight, primarily as the healer in many cases, and in Medarot S that is certainly no exception either. Freeze is a melee-based skill in her only form of combat that, when attacking a foe, will stop them cold in their tracks and guarantee that the next hit that lands is going to be a critical hit and the hit is going to land, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Charge Repair is a healing-based skill that, unlike regular Repair, which has an efficiency of healing tied to the user's healing skill on the medal, Charge Repair will instead heal the ally relative to their personal Metaforce gauge. So naturally, Hit Seller is someone that you want to make sure you keep a high Metaforce charge on, and really not use Metaforce unless there really is no other option that you can refill quickly. Revive is another healing-based skill and tend to be mixed with Rebirth in some cases, but it's the fine text that actually does change this a little bit between the two. Unlike Rebirth, which will revive a fallen ally on the field, Revive will restore all broken parts to an active ally at 10, of course, at 10% each. So as long as the ally is still alive, even if they have very low head HP, Revive can bring them back and allow them to fight more or less at the efficiency they had before, and of course go back with Charge Repair to restore any lost HP, and Hit Seller can actually serve on her own moderately well. Her stats across the board are honestly pretty nice too, more or less of what you'd expect of a healer type like her, at about 30-49, about 30-50 HP for her head, about 2800 HP for arms, just a little bit squishy, but still kind of in that nice sweet spot of where you'd expect females to be, and her legs at about 3300 as well is nice. A mobility of 780 is not super high, but still higher end of where you'd want a biped leg to be, especially tying in with Fix Plus that buffs the heat and cool of healing skills, which make her just a little bit faster when using them. A melee resist of 1229 is really, really nice though, as it means she can definitely take incoming damage up close and personal pretty solidly without losing anything. But a shoot resist of 585 is going to be where she really falls flat, because at a shoot resist that low, she's going to be taking a lot of punish damage from incoming shooter enemies, such as, say, Beast Chimera, God Emperor, Cross Messiah if he's built for shooting. More or less any kind of shooter in general will be able to pick off Hit Seller very quickly and very easily, even if she is designed as the dedicated healer of that particular party. As a pure set score, I do honestly have to rate her a pretty solid 6.5 out of 10. She has a very solid kit that, by herself, if built up correctly, she can actually maintain moderately well. But a couple of her biggest weaknesses is, one, the low shoot resist, which makes it very easy for her to get pelted very, very quickly, but also the fact that Charge Repair requires her to have a charge to use. So in order for her to actually use that, she actually has to spend a couple turns to naturally charge Metaforce first, or have someone give that to her. And she does not have any passive Metaforce sustained in order to do this on her own. However, because of her design as a healer, she can perhaps use her first couple turns to either freeze or charge, and then maybe resort to healing or using Revive as necessary to kind of overcome this. As mixed parts, on the other hand, I have to rate her just a little higher at a 7 out of 10. Given that Charge Repair and Revive in the right hands, pun intended, can honestly be very fantastic skills you can use anywhere, even if Hit Seller's Revive arm, her left arm, is a heavy part. And of course, Freeze, you generally can never ever go wrong with either to have on a team, so that you can have that ailment skill to buy yourself those extra few seconds and pick off the dangerous enemy.